We only get game modes and minor skins nowadays. We just uh, uh, eh. Why do you do this to Blood Hunt? Sweet. Yeah, it's still there. Alright. Nah. You know, I'm probably never gonna play Chaos Shuffle, but should I? I mean, like, come on, it'll bring some fun. Come on, let's play Chaos Shuffle. Come on. I feel like Killer's worse perks than Survivor, so we will run um Bubba, I guess. Why not? Pretty woman and old lady. This thing, bloody cannibal. Oh, do I need? Yeah, store. Yay, blood points. Let's see. Metal Man. Maybe. Maybe I'll buy it. Maybe. I need the blood points after all. I want goal already. I want the goal! Give me this. Should we run the speed limiter? I mean, like, come on. Increase in maximum charge quick duration. Okay, to one additional. Increase the time to charge the chainsaw. Decreases chainsaw speed. You know, we can just be absolutely slow with these two add-ons. We would lose 4% speed. Chainsaws, like broken chainsaws. Yeah, why not? um, this is just knockout. Huh. We can run the beast marks with this add-on. Increase the time the chainsaw can be rev before triggering tantrum. Uh, you know, I don't think I ever played Bubba in my life, but let's play him. I should probably learn his abilities, right? Now, shucks. I want to get out my Bible. I want to get out my Bible. I'm almost near Jesus' death. I want to read it. I think I'm on like chapter 28 of Matthew's. That's Isaiah. And this is Matthew 24. Matthew 26 to 27. Uh, with me even 1 hour, keep watch and pray, so that you will not give in to temptation. For the spirit is willing, but the body is weak. Then Jesus left them a second and prayed, My Father, if this cup cannot be taken away until I drink it, your will be done. When he returned to them again, he found them sleeping, for they could not keep their eyes open. Then he went to pray a third time, saying the same things again. Then he came over to the other disciples and said, Go ahead and sleep, have your rest. But look, the time has come. The Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Up, let's be going. Look, my betrayer is here. All right, seems like Judas. You know, it's funny how all right, we have Plaything, uh, Bloodwarden, Unnerving Presence, and Pyro. Okay. I mean, we're Bubba, so not bad perks. Not bad at all. Lock Rose. Hunter's attention has been lured to the redhead. Yeah. Hey, what's up? What? How many times will you scream? Jeez. Why are you here, Meg? Okay, fine. I don't think I'm gonna make this hook. As a matter of fact, I am making this hook. Ah, crap. Hey, that Meg is doing that totem. Nice. Well, I think we win this. So, yeah, I think it's GG, fellas. That never. The No. So I downed the Vittorio. Oh, yeah, I don't see him. Must have crawled away. Oh, I get it now. Alright. Hey, buddy. That's something. Are you the unknown? Is that an Oryx cell in your body? Oh, man. Try that again. I get it. Alright. See if Vittorio finds Hatch on his decaying corpse. See if Vittorio's. He doesn't. And a lot of speed from chainsaw speed. I just cannot aim my sweeps. My problem. There we go. Oh. That lasted a while. Oh, Vittorio died. Jesus is betrayed and arrested. Let's play. Hmm. Okay. Let's play. Ghostface. Why not? I wonder if I can make a Thor build. Nah. This is Chaos Shuffle, so nah. And even as Jesus said this, Judas, one of the 12 disciples, arrived with a crowd of men armed with swords and clubs. They had been sent by the leading priests and the elders of people. The traitor Judas had given them a prearranged signal. You will know which one to arrest when I greet him with a kiss." So Judas came straight to Jesus. "Greetings, Rabbi," he exclaimed, and gave him a kiss. Jesus said, "My friend, go ahead and do what you have came for." Then the others grabbed Jesus and arrested him. But one of the men with Jesus pulled one out of his swords and struck the high priest's slave, slashing off his ear. "Put away your sword," Jesus told him. "Those who use the sword will die by the sword. Don't you realize that I could ask my Father for thousands of angels to protect us, and he would send them instantly? But if I did, how would the scriptures be fulfilled that describe what must happen now?" Then Jesus said to the crowd, "Am I some dangerous revolutionary that you come with swords and clubs to arrest me? Why didn't you arrest me in the temple? I was teaching there every day. But this is all happening to fulfill the words of the prophets as recorded in the scriptures." At that point, all the disciples deserted him and fled. Then the people who had arrested Jesus led him to the home of Caiaphas, the high priest, where the teachers of religious law and the elders have gathered. Meanwhile, Peter followed him at a distance and came to the high priest's courtyard. He went in and sat with the guards and waited to see how it all ended. Inside, the leading priests and the entire high council were trying to find witnesses who would lie about Jesus so they can put him to death. But even though they have found many who agreed to give false witnesses, they could not give up anyone's testimony. Finally, two men came forward who declared, "This man said, 'I am able to destroy the temple of God and rebuild it in 3 days.'" Then the high priest stood up and said to Jesus, "Well, aren't you going to answer these charges? What do you have to say for yourself?" But Jesus remained silent. Then the high priest said to him, "I demand in the name of the living God, tell us you're the Messiah, the Son of God." "You have said it, and in the future you will see the Son of Man seated in the place of power at God's right hand, and coming out at the clouds of heaven." Then the high priest tore his clothing to show his horror and said, "Blasphemy! Why do we need others' witnesses? You have heard his blasphemy. What is your verdict?" "Guilty! He deserves to die." Then they began to spit in Jesus' face and beat him with his fist, and some slapped him, jeering, "Prophesy to us, you Messiah, who hit you that time?" Peter denies Jesus. Meanwhile, Peter was sitting outside in the courtyard. A servant girl came over and said to him, "You were one of those with Jesus the Galilean." But Peter denied it in front of everyone. "I don't know what you're talking about," he said. Later out by the gate, another servant girl noticed him and said to those standing around, "This man was with Jesus of Nazareth." Again, Peter denied it, this time with an oath. I don't even know about the man." A little later, some of the bystanders came over to Peter and said, "You must be one of them. We can tell by your Galilean accent." Peter swore, "A curse on me if I'm lying. I don't know the man." And immediately the rooster crowed. Okay. I mean, that's God's creations. They should know if you're lying or not. Corrupt intervention, deadlock, agitation, and friendly. Interesting. Alright. I barely use my power, so this should be intriguing. Ah, crap. Where does Thalita come from? No, come on, I'm lagging. Tragic. Oh, I think they're gonna make it to that vault over there. Tragedy. Man. Nicholas. That was a stupid idea, my friend. Man. Oh. Oh dear. What? I'm sorry, how did you reveal me? Gosh, I'm laggy. Hold this. Alright. Don't make her think I left. I'm gonna come back. She did leave. Yeah, that's right. Run. Tragic. A down for a win. We need to break this. What? What? Oh, come on, man. Nice. I may not win, but I'm having fun. Oh. I keep getting killed. Hello. And I'm gonna go Lida. Yeah, at least I got it down, so. As a matter of fact, got two down. No! Oh man. That sucks. That sucks. Hey, Nicholas. No. Back. Where did bro's phone go? Alright. I somehow won that. I have no idea how, but I did. Round of applause. You know, they all could have gotten out alive if they just didn't do that one singular generator. Alright. What other character should I play? You know, it's been a long time since I played Singularity. Try to play the dude. I mean, he was my old main. So, this will be fun. Let's change up this build. I do not have any Soma family photo. This is depressing. That'll be fun. Imagine that with the unknown perk. What was it called? Oh wow. Increase biopod cooldown by 15%. I guess we can do this. Yeah, why not? Singularity is a bit of a breach center, so this should be fine. continue reading the Bible. Uh, there, Peter denies Jesus. A little later, some of the other bystanders came over to Peter and said, "You must be one of them. We can tell by your Galilean accent." Peter swore, "A curse on me if I'm lying. I didn't know the man." Immediately, the rooster crowed. Suddenly, Jesus' words flash through Peter's mind. "Before the rooster crows, you will deny 3 times that you even knew me." And he went away, weeping bitterly. Judas hangs himself. Very early in the morning, the leading priests and the elders of the people met again to lay plans for putting Jesus to death. And they bound him, led him away, and took him to the Pilate, the Roman governor. When Judas, who had betrayed him, realized that Jesus had been condemned to death, he was filled with remorse, so he took the 30 pieces of silver back to the leading priests and the elders. "I have sinned," he declared, "for I have betrayed an innocent man." "What do we care?" they retorted. "That's your problem." Then Judas threw the silver coins down into the temple and went away and hanged himself. The leading priests picked up the coins. "It won't be right to put this money in the temple treasury, since it was payment for murder." After some discussion, they finally decided to buy the potter's field, and they made it into a cemetery for foreigners. That's why the field is still called the Field of Blood. That fulfilled the prophecy of Jeremiah that says, "They took the 30 pieces of silver, the price at which he was valued by the people of Israel, and purchased the potter's field as the Lord directed." Jesus' trial before Pilate. Now Jesus was standing before the Pilate, the Roman governor. "Are you the king of the Jews?" the governor asked him. Jesus replied, "You have said it." But when the leading priests and the elders made their accusation against him, Jesus remained silent. "Don't you hear all these charges that they are bringing against you?" Pilate demanded. But Jesus made no response to any of the charges, much to the governor's surprise. Now it was the governor's custom each year, during the Passover celebration, to release one prisoner to the ground, anyone they wanted. This year, there were a notorious prisoner, a man named Barabbas. As the crowds gathered before Pilate's house that morning, he asked them, "Which one do you want me to release to you, Barabbas or Jesus, who is called the Messiah?" He knew very well that the religious leaders had arrested Jesus out of envy. Just then, as Pilate was sitting on the judgment, his wife sent him this message. Garden of Joy. Alrighty. We have a perk that reveals survivor aura through lockers, near lockers, I guess. Alien Instinct, Make Your Choice, and Hysteria? No, it's not Hysteria. Eruption. That's the perk. Oh, it gets stuck! Oh, come on. That was bad.
Prepare for the trench.
Nah. Nice. Bro thought you can get away from me, puny worm.
Bravo, little worm.
Exactly, that's what I said. Oh, they're getting healed. I'm gonna move this. Nope. That's a shame. Move! Oh. Alright, it's right there. Grovel, grovel, little worm. I only saw her because of the EMP, man.
Matter secured.
Yep, indeed. Geneticals must be replaced. Wait, can you even snipe in here? I think you can. Good. How did I see you, sir? Bro. Okay. You decided not to throw that pallet down on me. I have no idea why, but you did. I refuse to have gotten hold by a puny human. For nice. I have a feeling someone's over here. Nope, I was wrong. They're over there. I should place more down in my biopod. Man. Weep, child. Oh, wait, what? That doesn't have a hook? Weird. Yeah, I don't see its aura. Bit unfortunate.
You are one annoying little worm.
Man, I love his voice lines. Hey. Oh, yeah, this is a good spot. Thank you for reminding me. I'm barely gonna get anything in instant value. Oop, really? What's that there? What are you doing there? Nope. There. Okay. Brr.
Gene integrity, 78%.
Yeah, exactly. Bloody. Hello, my friends. Not. Oh, ducks. Bert, are you really gonna let me slipstream to you, my friend? Nice.
Genetic matter secured.
Yeah. So they were healing over there. And I'm pretty sure I saw someone make their way over this. Let's move this and place it over there. Man. I'm still getting info, which is good. Vaulted. No! Got it. Thanks. Put some pressure on this guy over here. We can break this. Hey. I need to focus on that generator. Nice.
Limited. It will be fast, possibly painless. Die fast, please. It is all over.
Nice. 9 days. Okay. 1,000 blood points. Send goes to survive HP. I can easily get there. New light skin. Neat. And what other stuff did I get? A lighter part, another trapper part, and that part. I still like the purple light part. I love that. I really like it. But I don't know if it's better than this part. Maybe. I like the weapon. It has like little stuff going through it. That's cool. Uh, 1,000 blood points. Alright. Let's see here. Huntress? Plague will be fun. Maybe Houndmaster? I haven't played her in a while.
Hurry it up, you gutless idiots. No one should be led to their own death.
I did not hear that voice line before. Maybe Knight? There's a lot of characters you can play, but maybe Deathslinger. What's this? There's another new skin. Building Anger. Why does it look like Arthur Morgan? Light it down. Um, I feel like a Death Slinger match would be fun. Go for that. Why not? Increase Survivor mend time by 3.5. This add-on will definitely be used more of the next mending nerf. Like, it's reduced from like 10 to 7. Increase terror radius, aiming down the Redeemer, increase stun duration, prison chain, and reeling speed. Back to Bible. Uh, that just then, as Pilate was sitting on the judgment seat, his wife sent him this message: "Leave that innocent man alone. I suffered through a terrible nightmare about him last night." Meanwhile, the leading priests and the elders persuaded the crowds to ask for Barabbas to be freed and for Jesus to be put to death. So the governor asked again, "Which of these two do you want me to release to you?" The crowd shouted back, "Barabbas." Pilate said, "Then what should I do with Jesus, who is called the Messiah?" They shouted back, "Crucify him." "Why? What crime has he committed?" But the mob roared even louder, "Crucify him!" Pilate saw that he wasn't getting anywhere, and that a riot was developing. So he sent for a bowl of water and washed his hands before the crowd, saying, "I am innocent of this man's blood. The responsibility is yours." And all the people yelled back, "We will take responsibility for his death, we and our children." So Pilate released Barabbas to them. He ordered Jesus flogged with a lead-tipped whip, then turned him over to the Roman soldiers to be crucified. The soldiers mocked Jesus. Some of the governor's soldiers took Jesus into their headquarters and called out the entire regiment. They stripped him and put a scarlet robe on. They wove thorn branches into a crown and put it on his head, and they placed a reed stick in his right hand as a scepter. Then they knelt before him in mockery and taunted, "Hail, King of the Jews!" And they spit out on him and grabbed a stick and struck him on the head with it. When they were finally tired of mocking him, they took off the robe and put on his own clothes on him again. Then they led him away to be crucified. The crucifixion. Along the way, they came across a man named Simon, who was from Cyrene. And the soldiers forced him to carry Jesus' cross, and they went out to a place called Golgotha, which means place of the skull. The soldiers gave Jesus wine and mixed it with bitter gall, but when he tasted it, he refused to drink it. After they had nailed him to the cross, the soldiers gambled for his clothes by throwing the dice. Then they sat around and kept guard as he hung there. A sign was fastened above Jesus' head, announcing the charges against him. It read, "This is Jesus, the King of the Jews." Two revolutionaries were crucified with him, one on his left and one on his right. The people passing by shouted abuse, shaking their heads in mockery. "Look at you now," they yelled at him. "You said you were going to destroy the temple and rebuild in 3 days. Well then, if you are the Son of God, save yourself and come down from the cross." The leading priests and fractured culture. Oh god, I keep getting interrupted. And I don't think I'm gonna use uh, Thunder thing. We also have Spirit and Spawn. Hmm. Oh! Oh. Nice. I don't know what you were planning to do there, but it did not work out, my friend. No! Oh, shucks. Man. Go back. Two people DC. Nice. No. No. Wasn't even 3 gems yet, man. We're No way. The crucifixion. Along the way, they came. After they had nailed him to the cross, the soldiers gambled for his clothes by throwing dice. Then they sat around and kept guard as he hung there. A sign was. Right, I already read that as well. The leading priests and the teachers of religious law and the elders also mocked Jesus. They saved others, they scoffed. But he can't save himself. So he is the King of Israel, is he? Let him come down from the cross right now, and we will believe in him. He trusted God, so let God rescue him now, if he wants him, for he said, I am the Son of God. Even the revolutionaries crucified with him ridiculed him in the same way. The death of Jesus. At noon, darkness fell across the whole land until 3 o'clock. About 3 o'clock, Jesus called out with a loud voice, Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani, which means, my God, why have you abandoned me? Surprisingly, I didn't get much blood points from that match. Some of the bystanders misunderstood and thought he was calling out for the prophet Elijah. One of them ran and filled a sponge with sour wine, holding it up to him on a reed stick so he could drink. But the rest said, Wait, let's see whether Elijah comes to save him. Then Jesus shouted again as he released his spirit. At that moment of the certain and same sanctuary of the temple was torn in two. From top to bottom, the earth shook, rocks split apart, and tombs opened. The bodies of many godly men and women who had died were rose from the dead. They left the cemetery after Jesus' resurrection, went into the holy city of Jerusalem, and appeared to many people. The Roman officer and the other soldiers were at the crucifixion were terrified by the earthquake and all that had happened. They said this man truly was the Son of God, and many women who had came from Galilee with Jesus to care for him were watching from a distance. Among them were Mary Magdalene, Mary, the mother of Jesus, and Joseph, and the mother of James and John, and the sons of Zebedee, the burial of Jesus. As evening approached, Joseph, a rich man from Arimathea, who had become a follower of Jesus, went to Pilate and asked for Jesus' body. And Pilate issued an order to release it to him. Joseph took the body and wrapped it in a long sheet of clean linen cloth. That's probably going to be the last match we play. Alright. Bye bye.